morning, Guam! And thank you so much for starting your day the KUAM way with our starting lineup. Of course, Mondays we have morning meeting, and today, my show, Group Chat. Buenas, Chris Barnett, and today we're so fortunate to have a couple members of the National Association of Letter Carriers, otherwise known as postal workers, right?
Carriers.
Carriers, that's it, carriers. They're doing a hunger drive, a food drive.
Yes.
Yes.
Right on. So let's talk first of all, Tim Chargaloff,
Yes.
and your title.
I am the NELC National Association of Letter Carrier president,
Wow,
and Jackie.
Jackie.
Tyson Coulter, and I'm the food drive coordinator for this
Nice,
year.
good. And so this is something you guys do every year, and we're just looking at the pictures from last year, and it was a amazing show. So many donations.
Yes.
A lot.
Right, a lot,
A
lots
lot.
and lots.
I
Lots
believe
and
last year we got about 5,000 pounds
Wow.
of food donations, but we've been seeing a decline as the years go by.
Really?
We're not too sure. We're trying to push our efforts this year to double it this year.
So you want to get 10,000?
10,000.
10,000.
Wow,
That's our goal.
it's very ambitious.
Yes.
And for a great cause, who does this food drive benefit?
Mostly our local food banks. It all goes to local Salvation Army, Cumberland Caradot, and Catholic Social Services.
Right. Jackie, I know you got a lot to say about this.
It's my passion. We
It is.
started working on this in January, so
Wow.
we push all the way through. We sent out, I can't say how many letters, and contacted schools.
You guys get a good discount on the letter sending, right?
No.
Not for us.
You know a
No.
guy?
No, we actually have to pay. So, yeah, we've sent out letters to the schools. We've contacted, I can't mention how many people, and we've had actually a very good turnout. We're dropping food boxes. If they're requesting them, we're delivering them. So even places we don't deliver mail have requested boxes, and
Wow.
we're ensuring that those boxes are going to get there.
Right.
We definitely want to pick it up this year.
And it's called Stamp Out Hunger, which I think
Yes.
is a pretty cute title,
Yes.
all things considered, since you guys are letter carriers.
So we started in May. The reason why we picked May is because the food banks from Christmas till
Right
now,
on.
a lot of them are empty.
Right.
So we do ours towards May. That way they're filled up until Thanksgiving time again, where people will donate.
That's really smart, because you're right. It's Christmas time. People are used to giving.
Yes.
With Thanksgiving and the food drive, the Salvation Army, and you're right. There's a big gap in the middle of the year. So here comes the letter carriers to save the day.
Yeah, and this is nationwide. From Guam to Puerto Rico does a food drive. Everyone.
So let's say somebody's out there watching, and I know there are some people out there watching. They want to get a Stamp Out Hunger food drive box in their office, maybe the village mayor's office. How do they go about contacting you guys to get one?
They can contact me personally on my cell phone,
You're going to give out your cell phone.
or they can call
No
the
funny
office.
business, all right? No funny business.
Or they can contact the office, the post office. And
Sure.
their number is 734-3921. Some people have my number because I've sent out so many emails and
Right.
letters that they have my number. So they can always contact the post office, and I'll ensure that they get a box.
Tim, you talked about the decline over the years. Why do you think that is?
We're not too sure why there's been a decline. I mean, we've done what the past practices have been, but this year we're just pushing even harder.
Right.
Hitting up supermarkets, see if we can put a collection box at those places. Maybe sometimes that we're thinking maybe the residents, they forget, on that weekend, maybe it's only one day that we collect it at the mailboxes, so maybe they're not home, it's a weekend.
So let's get it out there. That one day, is that Saturday, May 11th?
Saturday,
Saturday.
May 11th. Actually, this year we actually did food drive bags, and we haven't done those in quite some years. So we're hoping with the actual bags that will remind people that, because we put a flyer, but sometimes that gets mixed in with letters or other mail.
Bills.
Bills. So people may not see it, but this year we actually have a blue bag, so you cannot miss it, with a big sticker in the middle of it to remind people to put the food out on May 11th.
Right, and so let's talk about the logistics behind this. It's a one-day thing. So do you have boxes at places where people can give, before this day?
Yes.
How's it work?
They can always drop off to the post office at any time, any of the 5 post offices. So Naval Station, Agana, Barragata, Anderson, and Tumuni. They can always drop there, and they'll let us know, and we'll go pick up the food.
Nice. And what type of, canned good donations are we looking for?
Non-expired, and
Non
Great.
non-perishable goods.
Right. And so what kind of reaction did you get last year? I mean, I know you want to double it this year, but
Yeah.
man, 5,000 pounds of food donations, that's no small feat.
yeah.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
Like years back, they were hitting like 10,000 up, but just for the past maybe 3 years, I want to say, it's been declining. So we're trying to bring it back up again.
Right on, man. That's very noble of you. Maybe it's just because times are hard,
Yeah, probably.
Could be.
right? But I think it's important to remember that, if times are hard for you, they're always harder for someone else.
Yes, that is correct. Even in the States, their donations are also down. So it's
Wow.
not just here in Guam, it's, everywhere, So we just want to let people know that, there are people in need that really do need our help. And it's not for us. It's all stays local. Nothing leaves the island.
Wow.
We're passionate about it. That's why we do it every year.
I know you're passionate about it. I mean, I was sitting there yesterday afternoon thinking, hey, what am I going to do for my group chat show? And we got your number, and I said, oh, let me call Jackie. And it didn't even take a minute. You're like, I'll be there. So that was great.
Yeah, the post office definitely supports us. Even though it's our food drive, it's, sponsored by the post office
Sure.
as well.
Right. And so people coming in to give donations last year, can you tell us who these people were? Were you getting like students, or was it old people?
It's everyone. Actually, this year we have a lot more schools participating.
That's great.
So I've a couple, the National Junior Honor Society is one, and also the National Honor Society. A lot of those kids are participating. So we also give volunteer hours for those
Service
collecting.
learning hours.
Service learning, yeah.
Because
great.
that's always important to get those.
Yeah, so if you guys go to high school, I know a lot of the high schools do the service learning hours.
Yes.
Kids and students are always looking for these service learning hours, and you can get them. How many can they get, and what would they be doing? Just so mom and dad have a heads up.
Just collecting the food at their school, and we'll
Right.
pick it up. So they can contact all their friends, family, collect the food, bring it to school, and we'll pick it up. That's all they've got to do, and we're more than willing to sign off for the service hours. We actually have our own certificate and service hour sheet that
Wow,
we can provide.
it's legit.
It's
Yes.
legit.
I want to talk about the people that this food drive is going to benefit, because they did the homeless count. Again, homeless numbers on Guam are up, and more important than that, and probably more disturbing than that, is the fact that the Department of Education, they just got all the kids get free lunches, because Guam is we're all struggling with our poverty rate. So there's no doubt that there are people out there, and you'd be surprised how many people there are out there that need
Right.
food. I mean, I just did a story yesterday about these employees who haven't got paid, and they're having to borrow food to feed their kids from a family member. So, stamping out hunger. I know a lot of times people think like, oh, whatever, it's not going to affect me, but it's
Yeah.
affecting more and more people.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why I think it's important.
One can makes a whole difference.
I'll tell you, my grandma could feed like 10 grandkids with one can. I'm serious. You just got to cut it small and put a lot of kuddu, And we laugh about it, but I mean, sadly,
Yes,
that's the norm
Yes,
a lot
it
of
is.
times, right? Yeah. And Jackie, why are you so passionate about this?
It's just I like to help, and I like to give, and so this is my second year as the coordinator, and it's just my passion. I want to see everyone get helped.
Did you grow up poor? Or?
No, I did not.
All right.
Just,
So you're a millionaire.
no, I'm not a millionaire either, but that's my family. That's what we teach our kids.
Nice.
That if your hand is open to receive, then it should be open. You can always give too. If
Oh,
you're
wow.
So we always teach our kids that, they're not, there's people that cannot have LeBron James shoes or whoever, so,
Or any shoes.
or any shoes. So we have to help, others, because you know, maybe one day we may need help. I mean, I can't say forever that I'll work at the post office. You know,
Right.
anything could happen, and I could lose my job just like anyone else.
Tim, what's this mean to you? And the
Means,
other letter carriers.
this is something that when I first came in and I saw it, I saw it as a really good thing, and it really helps our communities to replenish what is being like, I guess, taken, or the helps our homeless that are out there. So it means a lot to us, and it makes you feel good about yourself when you're actually involved in these stamp out hunger.
Right. And again, I think it's a great idea that you guys do this kind of in the downtime between the holidays to
Yes.
kind of fill that gap.
Yes.
And what other information can we put out there for everybody? Because we want you guys stamp out hunger. They're picking up the donations. So I'm gonna put the call out to a lot of my school partners. I do a lot of things with different schools. So Chris is calling you guys out. Let's start collecting those canned goods, and you guys are gonna come. Were you gonna come in like the
We'll come
letter
in the mail.
carrier?
We do.
No
We come
way.
in-
Mail
we
truck.
come in the mail truck.
Wow.
So as we deliver mail on May 11th, we also pick up those cans and put them in the back. If someone needs for us to come pick, we'll drive a truck out there, empty their truck out. That way they have room to
Wow.
continue on.
And what if, again, you might have mentioned this, but if people want to get the donations picked up before Saturday, May 11th?
They can sit them outside their mailboxes. Any cans we see, we'll pick them up.
Nice.
It doesn't have to be exactly May 11th. May 11th is just a day that's
The target
designated.
date, right.
Even if it's May 10th, we'll pick them up. Even May 13th, we'll pick them back up.
Right.
It's, no set time for us.
And then let's say if some of the schools, because it's Saturday,
Yeah.
if some of the schools are raising donations, they can come and drop those donations
They
off to
can.
any of the post office.
Or
They
we can
can.
pick it up.
Or you
on
can pick it up.
May 10th, the Friday before
Right.
the food drive, or even businesses as well will go out there the day before and pick them up.
Nice. So let's put the call, not just to the schools, but to the businesses. Hey, we'd like to get a box here at the station, it's not a problem, so.
We will make sure that you get one
All
tomorrow.
right. There you go. So Jackie and Tim, in closing, anything you want to add?
No, just help support our food drive. We're passionate. Even if we don't deliver to your house, you can still drop off at any post office and we will get it. Just remember, everything stays local and helps the community here.
Tim, I know you're a big canned food eater. So what are some of the types of canned foods that we're looking for here that are popular?
Anything I've seen Spam, Vienna sausage, cases of Vienna sausage.
Right.
Uh,
People do that. They
yes.
buy like cases.
Yes.
Right?
Cases,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
At Ladera Towers, they already have a box there full of canned goods, cup of noodles,
Right.
sacks of rice too.
Nice. Also rice. So
Yes.
basically
So
non-perishable.
foods. Yes.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, every
Stewed
year
tomatoes.
the
You
postmaster.
guys get stewed tomatoes the most?
No, I think
No.
it's Spam.
Yeah.
Spam or
Right.
Vienna sausage.
Okay.
I think is like the, or maybe corned beef. That's another one
Yes.
that's
Ooh,
really
boy,
big.
that's a Cadillac of canned
Yeah.
goods.
So I think those are always the most.
And I know I've been delivering out tax returns, so maybe I might get some
Oh, there you go.
donations this year.
He's calling you out. Hey, you want that tax return? Let's see some canned goods first, Got to grease the wheels a little bit, right, Tim? I like that. There's a little passive-aggressive threat
Yes.
there, right? Yeah, hey, I got your tax refund, but, about giving it to you, get you a case of Vienna
Yes.
sausage and give it to Tim.
I mean, they thank us at Christmas time for what we do all year round, but
Right,
we'll accept a canned good or two for
in between.
in between.
In between.
There you go. Well, Jackie and Tim, thanks so much for joining me here in group chat. My name is Chris Barnett, part of our starting lineup. And, I kind of resolved yesterday that for the group chat show, because, I do a lot of investigative stuff with the news team and a lot of critical stuff with podcasts. So I think with this show, this Facebook Live show, I want to use it to kind of provide a positive platform to people out there in the community who are trying to do good things, or to people out there in the community who I feel have done good things that need to be recognized. So, hey, moving forward, if you guys want to jump on the show, don't be shy. I'm all over social media. You can message KUAM News on Facebook. For Jackie and Tim and KUAM News' starting lineup Facebook Live shows, my name's Chris Barnett. This has been Group Chat. Hasta adios.